Are you familiar with workflow analysis? Workflow analysis is the process of reviewing your business's workflows to determine where they're working and where they may need to improve. In today's video, we'll cover how to approach workflow analysis and some of the ways it could improve efficiency across departments. I'm Noel with Jotform. Let's go. Workflows are made to be flexible, often written simply on sticky notes, allowing for any inevitable changes to be added. To ensure that workflows improve efficiency and reduce costs in your organization, it's crucial to perform workflow analysis. Analysis is also necessary for workflows implementation, as analysis is how you can best ensure a workflow will align with your processes. The process of workflow analysis is when you identify if your workflows function as intended and when you look for areas in need of improvement or automation. Looking at workflows this closely enables you to better understand how your business runs and where you can make improvements. There are three goals of workflow analysis: to document and depict a workflow, to improve an existing workflow, and to optimize a workflow, possibly with automation. When you begin your analysis, you'll likely look beyond optimizing processes and you'll begin to consider the actual data attached to it, such as the length of a task, how often a task occurs, and the amount of time a task may take. When analyzing a new workflow that has yet to be documented, your main focus will be creating a representation of it, either through sticky notes or in a workflow management software. For example, you might create a workflow for content requests. A sales team member would email the marketing director asking for a sales sheet for a new product, and the marketing director assigns someone to write the content before it goes through several rounds of revisions. Then it will be proofread and published. As you conduct a workflow analysis, you may begin to spot gaps and inefficiencies. In this example, you might realize it's more efficient to create a form to be filled out by the salesperson requesting content, which, once completed, would trigger a notification in Slack to show a pending content request. You might also determine that when the draft is sent to legal review, it would be more efficient to assign ownership of the task to one person with automated reminders to avoid letting the draft fall into limbo if no one claims it. The analysis doesn't end once you've tested and implemented your workflow. Through a workflow management software tool, you can continue to analyze your process to determine efficiency. Some metrics you might watch are how often the workflow is completed, how long it takes to perform tasks, and how many times tasks are rejected or bounced back. Also, you can analyze bottlenecks in your workflow. For instance, you might find that despite the reminders you've set for the legal team to complete a marketing review, it's still taking too long to get a final sign-off. This could show that you need to designate a new person to review materials or that you need to allow more time for the review to take place. For optimizing workflows that are already successful, you'll be looking for ways to elevate a good process to become a great one. For example, in your content creation process, there's enough lead time and legal is meeting your deadlines, but you realize that you could automate some aspects of the publishing stage to save time. When you begin this type of workflow analysis, the data you collect early on will help you find ways to optimize your workflow. You can either create a spreadsheet or model your new workflow with its improvements to estimate the impact they will have on the workflow's outcome. As an example, if you decide to add an automation component to the publishing process to post content to your website and to notify the sales team that a new sales sheet is available on the shared drive, you could estimate how many hours it might save for the web team. Alternatively, you might add an extra review cycle, which could add a certain number of hours or days depending on the people or departments responsible for the review and what they would be reviewing for. Although the workflow analysis isn't the most exciting task, it's crucial to ensure that you're maximizing productivity across departments. Knowing what to optimize and where to begin will go a long way when it comes to ensuring that your workflows will allow you to address tasks efficiently and to help you reach your overarching business goals. Let's do a quick review. Workflows are made to be flexible to allow for any changes that need to be made. This is where workflow analysis comes in, as it helps you to identify when and where to make those changes. The three goals of workflow analysis are to document and depict a workflow, to improve an existing workflow, and to optimize a workflow. Remember, analysis doesn't end when you implement your workflow. Use a workflow management software tool to continue analyzing your processes for efficiency. To optimize successful workflows, use the data you collected early on to identify where you can make a good process even better. I'm Noel, and this is Jotform. We'll see you next time.